Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today I'm looking at Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Chapter 11, The Desert. So, this episode's kind of another mixed bag for me. But it is slightly better than the last chapter. Just slightly. Okay, so with no Appa, they're pretty much stranded in the desert. And pretty much everybody but one person does the best they can. And I also feel bad for them in slightly ways. I mean, Katara can't bend any water in here because, well, there is no water. But she does the best what she can by learning about the maps they took from the library in the previous episode, and she does the best she can with that. And honestly, her being at her best is fantastic here. Sokka, I totally get it. And at least he provides some comedy with the iconic cactus juice scene. You know, it's the quenchiest. And of course, the giant mushroom. Maybe it's friendly, swishy mushroom. Honestly, at least he provides comedy. Thank you, Sokka. And honestly, the one I feel sorry for the most is Toph. There's no earth for her to move on, and she's pretty much literally blind. And honestly, I feel bad for you, Toph. I mean, Earth is pretty much your advantage to get ahead and to move forward in life, and there's no Earth around for you until they find something, only for it to last a few moments. But at least she does actually do something that relates to the plot. But the one thing I hate about this episode is Aang. Now, hear me out here. I get what he's going through. His closest friend just got kidnapped. And while I feel some sympathy with him later down the line, it's what he does to Toph and Katara that annoys me. I get it, grief changes people, but the one thing I can't stand when people are grieving is when they're being such insufferable people. And him and Aang snapping at Katara, and especially Toph, is not cool. What did you expect Toph to do, Aang? Leave you and the others in the library to die? Or let Appa get kidnapped? Quite the freaking conundrum. You could at least say, thank you, Toph. And I know that's not your fault. That could have been easily fixed, but he snaps at her. And could you be less irritable at Katara? All she asked was to provide some water, which they barely have any now. And you just snap at her out of nowhere. What is that about? But I will give Aang some credit. Again, like I just said a few moments ago, I sympathize with him later in the episode rather than at the start. Okay, so they come across the Sandbenders, and Toph recognizes one of them to be the one that kidnapped Appa. And yes, considering what happened to the last guy that set Aang off into the Avatar state, that didn't end well for him. And yeah, if you want to know which one that is, that was chapter 1. Go watch that. Hate what they did with that. But this one feels ungodly justified. But Katara, my god, please continue being the best person ever. Despite Aang snapping at her earlier, she knows what he's going through and does the best she can to be there for him. And that is more than enough. Honestly, the scene where he eventually calms down pretty much says it all. No lines of dialogue, shown visually, top-notch stuff. So let's get to the subplot that is fine, but it's more than adding to the runtime. Now, I get the start of it. That was fine with Zuko and Iroh escaping a bunch of firebenders, sort of, but... So yeah, remember from Chapter 6, the Blind Bandit, the leader of the earthbending tournament and the head of the earthbending class? Yeah, those two guys that were hired by Toph's father to find her. Yeah, they somehow appear, and instead of continuing on finding Toph, they decide to track down Iroh and Zuko instead. And I will give Iroh some credit. He sees these guys, and seeing how he knows an old friend, pretty much does the smartest thing ever. Starts a riot. Well done, Iroh. Well done. And yeah, an event... The subplot is fine. I mean, at least it gets from one destination to the next, and that's just it. But at least both plots are heading in the same direction. Ba Sing Se. Because that's where Appa's gonna be, and that's where Zuko and Iroh are gonna get refuge in. So, that's my review of Chapter 11, The Desert. A much better Chapter 11 than that last Chapter 11. I'll not be talking about that one again. But Aang being insufferable at the start of the episode got on my nerves, but later down the line, I actually completely sympathize with you there. And the subplot is just there. So, not a bad episode, but it is better than the library. That I can attest. Tomorrow, I'll be looking at Chapter 12, The Serpent's Pass. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.